Well, 2020, what a year. And yet, God has been good to us even in this year, even though it's been a little bit harder than most. I'm thankful for how God has blessed my family. My daughter has started to read, which is a testament to my wife's hard work with her in school. I don't get to read her a bedtime story anymore. She reads me a bedtime story. It's been going on at least a week now that she has every night read me a chapter in her book about a group of siblings that have a wagon that they get to play with. I'm also very thankful for how Dabney has started to ask spiritual questions and even have better spiritual answers in family worship and at other times, which is another sign of God's faithfulness to his covenant promises as the next generation begins to explore and understand spiritual things. I'm thankful for how Wells is continuing to grow up and develop more personality. Thankful for how Anne nurtures him and cares for him. I'm thankful for the church, of course, even though we've had a year that has been full of interruptions and changes. Most people have not complained, and everyone has resisted the urge to complain on some level, I think. Most people are willingly putting the needs of others above their own and showing concern for those who are weak and doing so for the most part without complaining. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for how even as we were separated for so long this year, people stayed in contact and called one another and cared for one another and encouraged one another. It is a joy to my heart to see how this congregation serves and nurtures the body when we are apart and together. So I'm thankful that the Lord has been faithful this year, and I pray that he will continue to keep his promises for many years to come.
First Presbyterian Church. A bunch of y'all probably don't know me. I'm Kevin Brumley, Terry Brumley's son. I went to First Presbyterian for many, many years, from when we were all the way back at Cross Street. I know Angela and the Boss Hards and a bunch of them were with me, but I went there for many years, and I guess I did good until I was like 13 or 14. And that's when Satan got his claws into me. That's when I decided, or he kept putting in my head, don't worry about church, don't worry about God, don't worry about nothing like that. It's no big deal. And me being an idiot, I listened to him, didn't listen to the services. So fast forward many years of alcohol and drug addiction. Went through one marriage. Then I got married again. Woo, the second one was a whammy. Second one, I let my partner lead me down a path I should have never went. But I got to the point where I was wanting to blame everything on her. And it got to the point where I was going to do something and it wasn't going to be good. But that being said, I thank God every day for my dad and Kenny and Angela and First Presbyterian Church, everybody there, because that seed was sown. Even though I didn't use it for a long time, it took 35 years for it to finally me to understand, get it to kick in and start growing. I owe a lot of that to y'all. I know God gets all the glory, but First Presbyterian Church has a lot to do with it. So did Kenny and Angela and my dad. But I decided, though, I was at the end of my road. I was tired of working for Satan. You know, I've always believed in God because I used to cuss him every time something wouldn't go my way, like a bonehead. But I had decided that it was time to do something. I come back, I think it was probably December of 2017. I come back and told my dad, I just got to get out of here. I want to go to a Christian rehab facility. And by far the biggest and best decision I've made in my whole life. But I don't know if any of y'all have ever been in a situation where you absolutely know that you've put yourself in God's will for you in that place where he wanted you. But that's exactly how it felt when I got down there. It was the most awesome feeling. So I spent 2 or 3 months that's down there in first phase, it's a two-phase thing. You spend the first phase in the city, second phase, you go out in the country, do country boy work, which I like. But I was still, I knew that's where God wanted me. There was absolutely no question about that. So I repented. I've always done that. I mean, I've always asked for forgiveness for my sins and all that, but never really meant it at heart. But I never thought I was good enough. But I got my dad to compare to. He's never smoked a cigarette or drunk a drop of alcohol in his life. Like, I've done way worse than that. So, but I got through the first phase. Everything's going all right. I still, like, iffy, asking God if you're real, give me something. And it's probably about my third week up in phase 2 at the, out in the country at the big house. It's like 160 acres. I was doing my third week, my class with Don Harbuck, and I finally sat in the class and listened. So, all these people were like ministers or retired teachers from Liberty University, Bible colleges, so it's an excellent place to go. But I listened that third week in class about grace, and I finally learned about grace. And during that class, man, it was like God reached down and just knocked everything off my shoulders, anxiety, everything. I walked out of that class feeling like a brand new man. But I still had a little bit of issues. I have Satan in my head all the time, you still did this, you still did that, you still do this. And I was driving a box truck one day, sitting there listening to Satan telling me, you did this, and you're not good enough, and man, all of a sudden I got goosebumps big as like that little carnival game, how big the ducks are. And the voice said, salvation isn't what you do, it's who you know. And I don't know if it was God, but it was somebody very close to him, because it was powerful and it meant the world to me. And since that day, I've been so happy. I know the Bible, and everybody says, well, he'll restore everything you ever had. Well, I've never had none, so I'm having all with everything. Everything is awesome right now. Still love it. But I just wanted to thank everybody at First Presbyterian Church, especially Kenny and Angela. Kenny's gone to be with the Lord already, lucky dog. But I love all y'all. And if any of y'all know anyone who's struggling with addiction, tell you, check into Valley Rescue Mission in Crossroads down in Columbus, Georgia. It is an awesome place. I highly recommend it. Because whenever I graduated, I wasn't ready to come home. I wanted to stay there, at least give back a little bit to the program to help save my life. And it's kind of what God asked me to do through other people. It was pretty obvious He wanted me to stay there a little bit longer, which was a good idea. I wasn't really ready yet. I come back ready now, because that's all I'll do. I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to keep myself in His will, because it's a pretty good feeling. It's awesome. But love y'all. Angela, Martin, thanks for taking care of my aunt now. And I thank God for my earthly dad. Every day. He's put up way more than any of y'all know, thank goodness. He's put up with a lot of bull crap. But it's all coming to fruition. The seed y'all helped sow as a church and, my family and all that from many, many years ago is finally spreading out a little bit and growing. It's got a long ways to go. You ain't never going to get where you want to be, but at least I'm on the right path now. But I love y'all. Sorry for everything I ever put y'all through, but it's going to be good from here on out. Love all y'all. Talk to you later.
Psalm 145.
I will exalt you, my God, the King. I will praise your name forever and ever. Every day I will praise you and extol your name forever and ever. Great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom. One generation will commend your works to another, and will tell of your mighty acts. They will speak of the glorious splendor of your majesty, and I will meditate on your wonderful works. I'm thankful for my wife and the times that we've had together. It's been a very special time to me this last year. We have had lessons and blessings of marriage. We are thankful for the video technologies that minister to us all during this time. We are thankful for God's solid provision for us in a very rapidly changing time as well. Thank you.
Well, this year, I'm especially thankful for the togetherness that David and I have experienced during this COVID time. We've been able to read our Bible together, gone through the one-year Bible, and we've read through all of the Psalms, and we're so thankful for being able to do that and going through John Calvin's commentary on them, and we've enjoyed that time every morning together. And of course, I'm very thankful for God healing my broken leg. I'm so thankful to the Lord for the loving care that I've received from David and from First Presbyterian Church. Just so many blessings from all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lord, for that. And I'm especially thankful this year for the baptism of 4 new grandchildren. Thank you, Lord, for that. Just praise you for that. And okay, here we go.
Let all things now living a song of thanksgiving to God our Creator triumphantly raise, who fashioned and made us, protected and stayed us, who guides us and leads to the end of our days. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Yes.
James 1:17 tells us, "Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change." We are expressing our thankfulness in terms of the events of the year being seen as gifts from God. But we have noticed that most of these gifts are like Russian nesting dolls, containing other gifts within the original gift. Take the gift of my prostate cancer, diagnosed about a year ago. We accepted this gift and began looking for ways God would glorify himself in it. Inside that gift was another gift. The radiologist who was to treat me was a Christian doctor whom we already knew. From that gift came an especially encouraging gift. Doyle Allen's father had just completed the exact treatment I had ahead of me. His experience gave me great confidence and great calm. The final gift inside all those was a completely uneventful treatment which had the intended results. A second major gift was Margaret's torn rotator cuff and bone spur in her right shoulder. It was harder to receive this gift because it came with a great deal of pain. Thankfully, she is left-handed. Again, we were gifted with what we've been told is the region's best shoulder surgeon. The surgery went as planned, but the next gift was more pain. But that gift of pain led to another gift, that of learning to embrace daily the Lord's strength and endurance. Every day when Margaret would go to physical therapy, we would pray for help for that particular treatment. God gave grace for every appointment. In June, we got the gift of a new great-grandson, Eben. 10 days later came the gift of a new great-granddaughter, Miriam. But she was born nearly 2.5 months early. That gift came with much concern for her health. However, God kept giving, in this case, continual good progress reports. The gift of seeing her baptized was special because it occurred before the date she was to have been born. Our son and his wife, Emma, were again given the gift of cancer. They learned of it before either of their new grandchildren was born, but they didn't tell anyone until after the excitement of those births was over. From the first occurrence of cancer, they had learned to trust God with Emma's life. This time, in addition, John was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. While Emma underwent chemotherapy treatments for her cancer, John learned to manage his diabetes with diet and exercise. As Emma began her treatments in July, another gift was given to the family. One of John and Emma's twin daughters became engaged to a very fine young Christian man. Now, after her having completed 8 treatments, Emma has undergone successful surgery to remove the cancer from her liver. She will, Lord willing, recover in plenty of time to fully enjoy the December 30th wedding. We have 3 grandchildren in college, also a granddaughter, a grandson, and a grandson-in-law graduating from college in December, plus 3 grandchildren in graduate school. Embedded in the gift of those academic achievements is the more significant gift of the knowledge that all of these young people are walking with the Lord and are active in their churches. Both in those older grandchildren and in the younger ones, who range from age 4 to 16 years, we see the gift that has been given our 3 children and their spouses, the blessing of God on their parenting. It takes a while to process the idea that the coronavirus and the civil unrest and the election turmoil are gifts. But along with each of them, or inside of them, we have all had to rethink our priorities and our values. Because of the virus shutdown, I've had more time to read. The books that came to my attention have spoken to me of my need to listen more closely, to understand others better, especially those who are different from me or who disagree with me. We have received the gift of seeing more clearly what we are like, markedly becoming aware of some of our blind spots. And a most valuable gift that has accompanied those insights, the gift of repentance, the conviction of the Holy Spirit showing us that we have not loved the Lord with all our hearts, nor have we loved our neighbors as ourselves. But the gift inside that is the gift of cleansing and of being given fresh encouragement and empowerment to walk with Christ in lives of worship, fellowship, and service. So inside every gift is the priceless gift of knowing God. As John 17:3 says, "And this is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent."
Happy Thanksgiving from Fred and Donna. Boy, what a year it has been for everybody. But as this year comes to a close, I am thankful that I have not had any other heart issues for over 3 months. And I praise the Lord for the doctors and the physicians that took care of me. We are so thankful for our wonderful children and our grandchildren, and grateful that they have remained healthy through all of this. And we just look forward to new opportunities for the coming year.
Together, we are truly thankful for a wonderful church family who is doing the work of the Lord in our community.
I'm thankful for not being alone in this life.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, it's, this past year has been difficult, hasn't it? So, God gave us each other to help us.
Okay. That's a good one. I'm thankful for your job, that
Sure.
John is still working.
I'm thankful for a semi-decent job and a plan for when I graduate.
I'm thankful that I'm learning piano lessons and that I'm enjoying it. And not everybody gets the opportunity to.
That's right.
I'm thankful that I have semi-decent plans for college and Charlie.
Okay, that's good.
Of course, I have to say, first of all, I am thankful for my family. I am thankful for the job that I have that has allowed me to work throughout the pandemic, that they did not lay any of us off and actually supported us through a time when we didn't have as many patients. I'm also thankful that God has taken care of some situations at work that were very frustrating to me. And the people that I had problems with are no longer working in the emergency room. I am thankful that God has protected my health throughout this time, that even though we've had multiple people in the emergency room get sick, I have not been sick. And I do think that that is through God's graciousness and through the prayers of many people around me. I am thankful for my church family and realize even more so now how much they mean to me. Absence truly does make the heart grow fonder. And of course, most importantly, I am thankful that God was willing to send his son to die on the cross for my sins, and that even if I had been the only person on this earth that needed his salvation, he still would have sent his son for me.
Action.
No.
Cut. Action.
We decided to get a
Cut.
little
Action.
creative with our
Okay, cut. Action. Cut. Action.
a little bit straighter.
3, 2, 1.
We decided to do our Thanksgiving video with the acronym of our church.
F. Family and friends.
P. Piano players at church.
F. Food and for lots of it.
Oh, outdoor activities.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all!
Okay, cut.
Hi, I just want to start off with a verse from Psalm 57, verses 9 through 11. It says, I will give thanks to you, O Lord, among the peoples. I will sing praises to you among the nations, for your steadfast love is great to the heavens, your faithfulness to the clouds. I want to just start off with saying I'm thankful for Jesus dying on the cross for our sins and taking the penalty that we deserved. I want to thank you for Ryan for doing so much for the church and giving us the word every Sunday. And I also want to just thankful for my family and friends, how much they mean to me, and the blessings they give me each day. And I am also thankful for good food.
Hello.
Hello.
We're the Wilsons.
Yes.
And we're thankful.
Yes. I'll start us out. I'm thankful for family, for what we are given each and every day, and we don't even realize it. Health, clothes, food, everything. Money, we don't. Through God provides it to us, and I have to remind myself daily how to be thankful, because it's so easy to take it for granted. So that's me.
And I'm thankful for Susan and for Emma, Lou, Mary Lou, Sarah, Susanna, Joseph, Jack, and Annie. And today is Susanna's birthday. We're thankful for her particularly. And just for the ability to keep on earning a living, the fact that I've had negative coronavirus tests, it's amazing that and all that God has continued to provide for us, food and clothing and all those things. And you're on, sweetie.
Okay. I'm thankful that we have a Savior that we can run to.
I'm thankful for the relationship I have with my family.
And I'm thankful for my employers, giving me a job. And,
I think we're beyond the 90 seconds.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Our time is up.